Hello and welcome. My name is Rich White and I am with the Immersive Education Group. And this is the second video in the series. The first was just a real general overview of Visor, the virtual reality creation toolkit. This is going to go a little bit more into generating models for Visor, in particular using Tinkercad, which is a cool little web-based modeling tool. It's a really nice tool for kids, and so that's how we use it for our kids. So we're back in our Visor environment. I'm going to do a few things. I'm going to use this as a general template, but I'm going to get rid of a few of these things. And so like I mentioned in the first video, I can click my tab key and see all my patches, and I want to get rid of a few things. I'm going to get rid of the clouds. Now that the clouds are gone, I can get rid of that. Let's get rid of this ball too. And see, it's just as simple as clicking on the asset in the patches and just clicking delete. And now I've got my sky, my light, and my pillars in the background. So we'll kind of use that as our template here. So there we go. Now the tool I want to bring, or the asset I want to bring in rather, is this Chinese gate that I created in Tinkercad. And you can see it here. Now, like I mentioned, Tinkercad is a free tool. It's tinkercad.com. We use it a lot with the kids. It's a primitive building tool, or uses primitives to build the models. So it's basically, dragging and dropping and stretching and pulling and combining these different shapes to create your model. But I've got my little Chinese gate here. So there it is. To export it out, it's real simple. We're just going to go to Design and Download for 3D printing. Now I'm going to download the OBJ format. And it's going to do its thing. Now, one thing about Tinkercad is when it exports a really ugly OBJ file, and I'll show you what I mean by that. So here's Visor. I'm going to take this file that I just now downloaded from Tinkercad, and I'm going to drop it in here, the Arch OBJ. And so you can kind of see, let me scale it up, and you can kind of see how ugly that is. It's really got some weird stuff going on with it. So between the way Tinkercad exports and the way Visor imports, we're going to clean this up. And what I'm going to do here is, I really like this tool called MeshLab. It's free. It's at meshlab.sourceforge.net. There's the URL, meshlab.sourceforge.net. And I want to use that. I downloaded it. I use it every so often to clean things up, and in this case I'm going to use it to clean this arch up. So I've got MeshLab, and here it is. I've got it opened. It's a real quick download. There's a Windows, a Mac, a Linux version, so it's got all the bases covered here. I'm going to go ahead and import a mesh, and I'm going to import this arch. There we go. So it's already kind of looking cleaner than just the way MeshLab imported it. Now if I just go right back out and File, Export Mesh As, and I'm going to export it as a Collada file. So this Collada file format. And D-A, save. I've already exported it out, so I'm not going to write over it, but you kind of see how that works. Now that I've got the file I really want, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to drag that one in. You'll see how much nicer that looks. See how much nicer that looks. Really nice looking. I'm going to scale it up and rotate it up here so we can see it. So now it's a nice looking file. And there we go. Let's make it a little bigger. Oops. And let's move it down. Let's see what that looks like. That's a little far away. Bring it a little closer. maybe rotate it just a little bit. We'll get into rotation. I'll do one more video after this and show you how we can kind of animate some stuff here too. But we'll get into that in the next video. Okay, we kind of got what we want. Now I'm going to take this light and I'm going to move it down here. And a little bit closer to my arch. I put it under the world. There we go. Now we're going to get some nice color. So we've got that. Oops, March is a little lopsided here, so I rotated it a little too much. There we go. Okay, so now let's go back to our patches. I'm going to click Tab here. And remember, we had some lighting. So let's go to the lighting and let's kind of tinker with this and see what we end up with. I want to get it to where because like I mentioned, I've been exporting files out that don't have material on them, and I've kind of been messing with this color, these colors, to get my environment to kind of look neat. This will probably be the color I'm talking about here. Ooh, that looks good. Maybe do something more purplish. There we go. Sky color, I can tinker it. There we go. Go back to root, tab. Anyway, we got kind of a nice, I like that. Let's see what we look like here. There we go. Let's do that. So now that I got what I like, I've imported it. I've got a clean model here. Let's go ahead and let's publish it. Let's call this nice gate, or Chinese gate. And look, it's really small. Look at that. It's only 158 kilobytes. And there we go. We're in our, wow, our little world with our beautiful gate. Now you remember, I've still got the option to edit it if I wanted to. Now the neat thing is if other people are viewing this and I edit it, they're going to see all my edits. So you want to remember that this, again, for Google Cardboard, so you get the stereoscopic left and right eye in here to share or embed. And that is from Tinkercad to Visor.io using MeshLab to clean up our file.